Set with the lights blinking here. They're off and racing to the first of the day. Prince of Promises jumped away reasonably well from the inside. Getting back soon after the start, however, is Lady Sass towards the tail with Mr. Stickler. And Dash for Knickers is coming across very quickly to sit outside Prince of Promises. Cryptic Love is up handily placed, travelling in third spot. Going up near the inside is Ahoka Frost and 3/4 of a length Broadway Sensation, followed then by Jet Affair. Lady Sass has made up some ground on the inside of Texan Blitz. Around those there is Red Snitz trapped out 3 wide and about 5 or 6 lengths behind them. Tailing off a long last is Mr. Stickler. And so by the 550 they travel. It's Prince of Promises. In front today was back and whizzed home from the tail at its first run. It'll bring them for home in the first though and leads the way a length and a half. Dash for Knickers. Down on the inside is Ahoka Frost and around them goes Red Snitz, who's been caught off the track. Goes up in front of Broadway Sensation. Cryptic Love losing ground at the 200-metre mark, and Prince of Promises, the leader from Red Snitz, getting to second. Prince of Promises when they come to the 150 in front, now joined by Red Snitz. Red Snitz grabs the lead. Jet Affairs finishing full of running, but Red Snitz a big win. Red Snitz from Prince of Promises, Jet Affair. Lady Sass got going late to grab fourth in front of Dash for Knickers. Ahoka Frost, followed then by Texan Blitz. Cryptic Love didn't fire, got well back in the field, and they were followed home by Broadway Sensation with a long last Mr. Stickler. Well, it was coming back out of beating older horses at last start. Red Snitz sat off the track, the Snitzel gelding, and has finished too strongly, too resolute. $6.60, $1.90 over Prince of Promises, with Jet Affair running on into grab third spot. 2, 1 and 6 will be the placings in 1:13.53. Red Snitz, trained by Fred Kersley, whose yard continues to churn them out. Raced by the famed Oakland Park stud with Brad Thomason, Dennis McInerney and Neil Randall. A 2-year-old gelding. He's by the Great Snitzel from Shuva by Blackfriars and handled by Daniel Stake. $6.60 and $1.90 the place over Prince of Promises. Jumped cleaner today from the inside draw, led them for home. Cut down though by the horse that had done the work from back in the field and wide. A Planet 5 Gel Sing gelding for Peter Bell, Jason Caronley and B. Cameron, trained by Simon Miller, ridden by William Pike. And third, number 6, Jet Affair by Trade Fair from Kings Lynn for Wes and Mrs. S.J. Martin, trained by Adam Durant, ridden by Brodie Kirby. Lady Sass, number 7, ran fourth, a half a length and a neck of the margins, 36.54, closing 600. So a very good performance against older horses in a maiden at Pinjarra the last time out there, and sat off the course that day. Equally, again from a sticky gate, afforded no favours in running, but was still equal to the occasion back into a race against his own age group this afternoon. Race 2 will be the DVG maiden for 2-year-olds over 1200. Pat Carberry, the replacement for Jared Noski, not riding this afternoon. Jared's out with gastro. 7 Rebel Yell will be P. Carberry. Dance West 11 is the scratching. Let's go to Gareth Hall. He joins us now from the winners' enclosure after the victory of Red Snitz, another winner produced out of the Fred Kersley yard. Gareth?
Yeah, the stable's on fire at the moment, Darren, and Red Snitz, this son of Snitzel, was really impressive against the older horses at Pinjarra last start, and today he was just too good for his rivals, Fred.
Yeah, he had a terrific run, really. No favours in the run, but finished off well.
You went to Pinjarra to take on the older horses, to get out on to like a bit more of a trip to the 1100 on that occasion. I think he's a size horse. Is that where you go now?
Yeah, look, he's not a natural TI, not a speed machine, but it always was our program to try to get through to the size, and you can't buy a 2-year-old race over 1100 metres here as a general rule. So we had to take on the older horses, which I was hesitant about, rather not do it. But it worked, and he ran a very good race today.
You won the sides last year. Can you do it again?
Oh, you can do it, but there'll be some smarties there doing their best.
It's pretty good. Well done, Fred.
Thank you kindly.
There's Fred Kersley there, and Brittany's about to catch up with Daniel Stake. He didn't have much luck in the run, Stake, but he didn't panic, and he knew how good I think this horse is, and won with plenty in hand in the end.
Yeah, I think the horse from the wide gate probably jumped a little bit too well for him, and then just posted him out wide, wasn't able to settle at the tail of the field, sort of just was stuck out there. But a sign of a good horse is one that can sit 3 deep the trip and still be finishing off. And I think when you talk about the horse getting over 1400, it's clear that the horse will clearly show even more improvement over that sort of trip. So looking forward to seeing this horse go forward to a race like the Sires.
Yeah, Prince of Promises back in second and Jennifer was a third, but Daniel Stake, he rides another winner for Fred Kersley. As Brittany, you just pointed out, Fred Kersley's on fire at the moment.
It's been quite a winning partnership as well, but yeah, Fred seems to be training a winner or two at every single meeting, so great to see the team on fire. And Dan, that was a really nice win by a horse that the gate wasn't kind to you, you were stuck out wide, but he really just did the job.
Yeah, I didn't choose the barrier, but I chose the horse, and he went terrific, and yeah, I didn't panic too much, and yeah, I think he's improved in every race start that he's had. So
Racing over the older horses, you mentioned you didn't panic. Is it because you knew just how good he would be in the finish?
I've just seen some natural improvement in him over the last few weeks, and I've got confidence in the trainer.
Are you confident going forward to a race like the Sires?
Yeah, 2-year-olds are 2-year-olds, and it's difficult to answer that question.
Well done on the win.
Thank you very much.